Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome back to your football predictions video. So, things just got a little bit interesting in the championship, and I did not think I would be saying it at this point, ready for the final game of the season. So, we'll move on to that in a second, but as always, we'll start off by looking at your guys' predictions from the weekend. So, a quick look at mine. I said Newcastle were going to win 2-0. They did. I had Brighton, Bristol City down for a draw, and Bristol City beat them. So that was a surprise. I did say that Tottenham would beat Arsenal, just didn't get the correct score. And I had Watford, Liverpool down as a draw, and Liverpool won that 1-0. So I did okay. One correct score, one correct outcome with the Tottenham versus Arsenal. So a lot of you... Actually, quite a few of you guys got one correct score this week, so what I had to do was go off who got the most correct outcomes. So, winner number one is It's a Geordie. So, he went ahead and said that Tottenham were going to beat Arsenal 2-0, so spot on, mate, well done. He then said Newcastle were going to beat Cardiff, and he also said that Bristol City would beat Brighton. So, yeah, one correct score, two correct outcomes. Well done to him. His channel link is in the description. Make sure you go down and subscribe. I already have done. And my second winner of the week, so there's two winners, is Charlie Talks Football. Same again, link in the description, go and subscribe. He put down that Liverpool were going to beat Watford 1-0, which they did. And then he also had that Newcastle were going to beat Cardiff, and he had that Tottenham were going to beat Arsenal. So yeah, two winners this week. Make sure you go and check these guys out. And remember, if you want to be shouted out in next week's video, just like these two guys were, then you go down to the comments and put in your predictions for this weekend's games that we're about to look at now. So... this weekend, I said the championship has got very interesting, and this weekend is the final round of games for the championship. Obviously, the playoffs are to come, and I might do a prediction video about that closer to the time, but for now, this is the last weekend of championship football. All of the championship games are on Sunday at 12 o'clock. And for the first time ever, I'm actually going to mix up two predictions into the same chat. So, Newcastle United. We are playing Barnsley at home, Sunday, 12 o'clock, like I said. And it just so happens that at 12 o'clock, Aston Villa are playing against Brighton. So you're asking, why am I doing them together? Well, this is why things are interesting. If you're a Newcastle fan, you probably already know a lot about this. So, Brighton could have won the league twice now. And this is their third chance to win it in a game. They basically just need one more win and they win in the league. But thankfully for Newcastle... they haven't been doing it. So they have now pushed to the final game of the season. We'll start off with Newcastle versus Barnsley. I'm going to put down Newcastle 2-0 win. We have got some injuries at the minute, but I am confident. It's obviously going to be a very big atmosphere on Sunday. I am looking forward to it. Barnsley are mid-table. They're not getting relegated. They're not getting promoted. It's the final game of the season. They're going to want to come to St James's Park and put on a big performance. So it's going to be a big game. For the Brighton versus Aston Villa, I'm going to go 2-1 to Aston Villa. I'm hopeful. You know, at the end of the day, if Brighton win their game and we win our game, Brighton win the league. And it's fair enough. They've been top. They've played very well. One thing it has done is made it exciting. So, you know, when we went and watched Newcastle get promoted, if you missed that vlog, I'll put the link in the description when we beat Preston. Really, the final game of if Brighton had won their game against Bristol City, they would have the last game of the season. Obviously, it's going to be fun, and we're still celebrating. We are promoted, but you know, it's just added that bit extra. So if Brighton do win it, like I say, if they get more points than this, then they've deserved to win the league, really. And Newcastle have made hard work of it at times. So yeah, it just builds that extra bit of fun for the final day of the season. So the way I'm seeing this actually is Newcastle will win against Barnsley, it'll be fine. Brighton 1-0 up against Villa at half-time, and everyone in St James's Park is looking sad. And then Aston Villa score 2 second-half goals. That's the way I'd love it to be. And then to win the championship. So yeah, that's them two out the way. Looking forward to it. So now we're going to backtrack from the Sunday to the Saturday afternoon. 5:30 kickoff on TV, and it is Swansea versus Everton. So, can Swansea do it? Can Swansea save themselves from relegation? You know, they've been hovering around that spot all year. And from what I can tell, Sigurdsson is trying to single-handedly pull them out of that relegation zone. So, can he do it? They can. They definitely can. There's enough games to be played. The Premier League's still got weeks left to go. So, it's at Swansea. And like I say, it's when you're in those positions that you really need to fight for it. And they are definitely fighting. Obviously, Everton on the other side, they're not... The Champions League spot for them's gone. But they're still well in the fight for the UEFA spot, which obviously doesn't get a great rep. But I know it would still be great to get in it. Obviously, they'd rather have Champions League, but UEFA's still a good place to be. So they obviously want to keep fighting for that spot as well. So for prediction for this one, I'm going to go down for a 2-1 Swansea win. I mean, Lukaku's on top form, but no one knows what his mindset is at the minute. I don't really even know what's going on with that. And Swansea won it. So I reckon I can see why it's on TV. I reckon it will be a good game. Swansea 2-1. And then we flash back to the Sunday. So we've all watched Newcastle win the championship. Hopefully, you never know. It will be a good game. But anyway, when that ends and someone's crowned the championship winner, it is Arsenal versus Man U on the Sunday at 4 o'clock. That is a big game. So I've already talked about this in the last few videos because obviously the championship place is tight. I honestly think Arsenal need to win this. If Arsenal want Champions League, they need to win this game. If Man U win it, they're already outside the Champions League spots and it's not looking great. And I think if they lose this game, it really is just, it's gone. You never know, things can happen, but I do think this is a big game for them. Obviously for Man U as well, fighting with Man City to try and grab that 4th place spot. So, can Arsenal do it? Can Arsenal beat Man U and claw back a Champions League spot that they've had for so many years? It's at Arsenal. But I don't think they'll do it. So if you're an Arsenal fan, I'm sorry, you'll have a different opinion in the comments to me, but I am actually going to go for Man U 1-0 win. Early first half goal to Man U, and then Mourinho will just do his bit and just play a very well tacticked defensive formation, and they'll hold the ball and they'll dictate the game. So yeah, 1-0 Man U. And that is it for this week's predictions, guys. Like I said, make sure you get your comments in down below for these games up here. Can't stop smiling. I'm looking forward to Sunday. I do hope Aston Villa can do us a favour, although Brighton are a really good team and Brighton should be winning that game. Newcastle should beat Barnsley, I think. Barnsley are a good side, but obviously with what's at stake, I really do hope that we should be winning in the game. And then Brighton will be looking at the game against Aston Villa, and they need to make up for the 2 games that they've lost. They've lost the last 2 games, which could have really sealed could have done it. So yeah, fingers crossed for a good outcome on Sunday. But I hope you guys have all enjoyed the video. Do drop a like and subscribe if you are new. I will be vlogging the game against Barnsley for the last championship game of the season. So make sure you check that out as well. That will be out on the Sunday afternoon when the game is done. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you later.